And welcome, everyone. The first debate is now in the books. Mitt Romney and Barack Obama met in Denver, Colorado. I am Frank McCaffrey, and we are joined by Rick Manning, our communications director. Rick, what is your overall impression of this first jousting session?
Well, I have to say that President Obama came across very poorly. He seemed to be ill-prepared. He didn't have command of the facts. And Mitt Romney, I think, stunned him with his capacity to recall facts, know what the truth was, and to really go after Obama on his policies.
Now, one of the things that Barack Obama did a few times here in this debate was he went after Mitt Romney with this bizarre charge that he was going to be supporting a $5 trillion tax cut of some sort.
Virtually everything he just said about my tax plan is inaccurate.
All right,
so if the tax plan he described were a tax plan I was asked to support, I'd say absolutely not. I'm not looking for a $5 trillion tax cut.
Well, I think it was very clear that Mitt Romney decided he was not going to allow Obama to get away with making charges that he didn't believe were true. And he repeatedly went after Obama on that claim. And it was really a point of contention. You know, the interesting thing is you have a president who's saying that Mitt Romney wants to lower taxes too much, and Mitt Romney protesting that he's not actually going to lower taxes. He's going to keep the taxes exactly the same. He's just going to change the way they're configured. It was really kind of an interesting exchange, but Romney won it because of his vehemence in defense of his own position.
And now the $1 million moment of this debate, it's something we've been waiting for over a year, was the moment when Barack Obama implied that Obamacare was based on Romney care.
We've seen this model work really well in Massachusetts because Governor Romney did a good thing working with Democrats in the state to set up what is essentially the identical model, and as a consequence, people are covered there.
What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, what that little exchange showed was that Romney really isn't a conservative and shouldn't be considered a conservative. What he is he's a guy who looks at problems and how government can solve them. He's the kind of guy, he is not a Reagan who says government is the problem. He's somebody who looks at government as a place where solutions can be found. From an Americans for Limited Government perspective, we've always been concerned that Romney would say he was for repealing Obamacare and replacing it, and we were always wondering what he was going to replace it with. Now we know that he's going to look to having Romney Care kind of programs run at the state level and encourage states to pass those kind of programs. That's concerning, but it certainly is better than the federal government takeover of the healthcare system. And once again, Romney turned the tables on Obama because he had a better grasp of the issue.
Here's an interesting soundbite here. Barack Obama is describing what is part of the law with Obamacare.
If you've got health insurance, it doesn't mean a government takeover. You keep your own insurance. You keep your own doctor.
Well, here's the thing, Frank. What Obama said is blatantly untrue. The Department of Labor, his Department of Labor, Hilda Solis, came out with regulations that said that 69%, over two-thirds of all employer-sponsored health care plans would not be approved by the Department of Labor. What that means is more than two-thirds of people who have their health care through their employer are going to have to change the coverage whether they like it or not. That's the fact. It's his administration that said it. They wrote the rules. And for him to try to pretend that that's not the case is just factually inaccurate.
Obama also tried to point the finger at Mitt Romney, saying that he wants to somehow shift Medicare. Let's look at that.
Do you support the voucher system, Governor?
What I support is no change for current retirees and near retirees to Medicare, and the president supports taking $716 billion out of that program.
The amazing part about this is Mitt Romney has a plan for dealing with the Medicare shortfalls, which are going to threaten the solvency of the entire system. Obama, while attacking Romney and truthfully attacking him inappropriately, what he never said, well, what his plan was for helping Medicare become solvent in the future. Romney was successful in actually turning the issue on Obama by pointing out that Obamacare robs Medicare of $817 billion over 10 years. That's a huge amount of money that's being taken directly away from the trust fund that's already on the verge of bankruptcy. So Romney, once again, turned what Obama thought would be a winning point and turned it around on it with an effective counter and left Obama scrambling for answers.
All right. Thank you very much, Rick. We will see you next debate.